my fellow human light beings. So it is once again time for a live guided CE5 meditation. We are going to seek to personally connect with extraterrestrials and see if we can get them to come down on planet Earth and interact with us. So this is the Michael Denny YouTube channel. Disclosure is coming. Open contact is here. I am proof of that. And we will be doing also live channeling. That probably won't happen tonight, but we will be doing those someday soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we also have the live guided interdimensional meditations, which we now only do once a week, which is every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. So in place of the interdimensional meditation, we are going to be doing live CE5 meditation. Very simple stuff. And so the whole point of that is, it could be because it's we're moving into summertime, but the attendance at the live guided meditations has gone down significantly. And so I think, among other things, I think the energy is getting so intense in those meditations that I think people are taking some time off. But I also realize that what I'd like to do is really help people have personal, visceral, physical contact with higher dimensional energy. And that is something that is most easily done through CE5. That is what got me started with my interactions with light beings. So I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know that you have to be looking for anything. My goal is to bring about the shift, bring about as many people as possible into the new frequency. And so I want people to have a direct connection with light beings. And this is the two things that I found that I can do that have the most powerful effect in doing that is to do these live guided CE5 meditations and doing the ET channeling. When I channel ETs for people, that also creates a huge portal. So let's talk a little bit about theoretically what I think is happening here. And then we'll go ahead and get into the meditation. So unlike what I used to think and what I think most people think that extraterrestrials are these three-dimensional beings that live on planets, and they interact with the third dimension like we do. They might have higher technology than we do, but that's how they're viewed. And the fundamental assumption of that, I've come to believe, is inaccurate. So the fundamental assumption I have about our third dimensional existence is that we are in an anomaly, that we live in a isolated third dimensional frequency world that surrounds our planet, and that all other beings, all other conscious beings outside of Earth live in higher dimensional frequencies. So they can't really interact with us because there's a dimensional barrier. And even if they can, to do so is so injurious to us if we are not at least mentally prepared for it, that all it will do is frighten us. And then we will become even more energetically protected from that energy. So I believe this is, again, I'm not speaking on behalf of Dr. Greer. This is my take after having had continuous interactions with this higher dimensional energy, including right now. I can feel their energy. I believe that what happened is that Dr. Greer was interacting with a higher dimensional being because he had, in case you don't know, he had had a near-death experience. So it made when he came back, it made his meditations very strong, and it got the attention of light beings who came to him. And according to him, astrally, he went off into their ship and they created this CE5 protocol. So the CE5 protocol works because it is human-initiated interdimensional communication, meaning that we actually create an interdimensional portal so that higher dimensional beings can come into our physical presence. And even though it does have a very profound effect on our energy and on our mind, I mean, it's very trippy. I'm sure it releases a lot of DMT in the brain just to have the experience. I believe that it is essential that we create the portal. And that is done. The CE5 protocols, we're going to go through them. I don't believe they do what we think they do, but they do create a permission where we choose to create a portal and we literally manufacture that portal directly to us. And then when the higher dimensional beings come into our physical presence and we experience them, it is, number one, accepted by the brain because we're expecting that something paranormal is going to happen beyond what's normal. And secondly, it prepares us because we are expecting something to happen and we chose to make it happen. I believe it is my experience that without us creating this portal, light beings either cannot communicate to us, even if they want to, we wouldn't see or hear them because our frequency is too, out of their range. And as I said before, it would be very damaging to our psyche because we work to create this third dimensional reality and we identify with it. We feel safe within it. When we come out of that, it feels like we're dying, which in fact we are. We're dying to a specific frequency. So I just want to give you a heads up on why I think this works, and I think it's a great way to think about it. So having said that, we will go ahead and get started. There's 16 people here, so it's very simple. Just follow me through this guided meditation, and then we will keep taping once we've accomplished our objective. Before I get started, in the future sometime, if you're new to this especially, and you want to have something to prove to you that something is existing, get a walkie-talkie, get a ham radio, and simply turn it on. Don't turn it on too loud or I've done that before. Turn it on, and if you need to see something physical in the third dimension, your radio will start making weird noises. Start psh, psh, psh. That's them letting you know that they are in your presence. And this is also helpful because it helps you expand and accept that what you're experiencing is actually a communication. All right, so we'll see what happens. I have some ideas about afterwards, but we'll go ahead and just see what happens here. All right, so please get yourself in your preferred meditative posture. If you want to, you can take this outside, with your phone or something if you want. Put earbuds in and look around in the sky. I don't care. Let's treat this like a CE5, like we've never done this before. All right, so get in your meditative posture. Do me a favor, inhale very deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Just to warm the instrument up, let's do the whole breath, let's say 3 times. Ready? Inhale, chant with me. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Let's inhale 1 time and do the Huar mantra. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Focus your attention on your heart center, where your consciousness, your interdimensional consciousness resides. Feel that energy expanding. Become identified with the light within, the window that goes directly to the highest source of consciousness, the source of spirit, God, if you like. Once again, reminding yourself that you are a holographic projection of the source. Now allow your energy to come out of your heart center. Allow it to begin to rise up above your physical body. Look down. Imagine that you're seeing your body below you. As you rise up above it, you go towards the ceiling. Imagine that you are going through the ceiling. You're now looking down on the roof of your home. See all of the aspects of your home, your immediate environment. Rise up above your home and see before you your neighborhood. You can see your neighborhood and all of the houses and streets around there, all of the landmarks. And now allow yourself to begin rising up into the sky even faster, going faster and faster up through the atmosphere, going up higher and higher until we come to the edge of Earth's atmosphere. We go through Earth's atmosphere. We are now in interplanetary space, and become aware that you are no longer bound by the 3rd dimension of your earthly existence. Allow yourself to expand. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a lot of energy. I can feel the ET energy very strongly. So if you would please, if you feel comfortable doing so, ask that your personal light being guide come to you. This could be a spirit, it could be a deity, it could even be an extraterrestrial. Go ahead and ask for your personal light being guide spirit to come and manifest in front of your astral body. and send out the invitation. Ask your light being guide to empower you and to give you success in this CE5 meditation. And now please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. If it helps you, you can imagine that your light being guide is also going to send out this invitation. So send out a mental invitation to an extraterrestrial light being who is destined to communicate with you today, to work with you today, and to help your energy shift up. Go ahead and send out this mental invitation for this extraterrestrial to come to your astral body. All right. Now, maybe you've felt something, maybe you've gotten some kind of a message. Who knows what your experience is? Maybe you don't feel anything. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I guarantee you that your communications have been heard. What you're going to do now is you are going to send out an invitation and ask that this extraterrestrial being of light follow you back to your home. You're going to show them exactly where you are on planet Earth, and you are going to invite them to follow you. So send out that invitation that you are going to invite them to your specific location. All right, bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And now, just look down on planet Earth and imagine that you see where your current location is, and you're just going to begin going back down towards your physical home. So we come back down through Earth's atmosphere. We begin to descend further and further through Earth's atmosphere. We come closer and closer. We can see where we live. We can see the country that we live in. We can see the city that we live in. We get closer and closer. We see our specific town or city. We get closer, we see our neighborhood, and there's your house or wherever you live. And you now imagine yourself very gently going through the roof. You come down and your energy comes back down, gently coming back down into your physical body. And then you continue to send out the information, sending out the invitation. Imagine that you've now created a portal that goes from interplanetary space down through Earth's atmosphere, creating a direct portal into your home. So send out the invitation. This is me, this is where I live. I invite you to physically come into my home. All right, now you can open your eyes. We're still in the CE5 meditation. We haven't ended it. All we did is we created a portal. So you can continue to do whatever it is that helps you to stay in a frequency of relaxation and feeling connected. But I guarantee you the invitation has gone out. So what we're going to do now, you can be yourself now, you can take a sip of water or whatever. What we're going to do now is we are simply going to send out, either you can say it verbally or you can do it mentally. You're just going to send out the message, "Are you here?" So just do that, either verbally or mentally. Send out that message, that question. So, are you here with me in my home? So maybe you got a response. If you got a radio, maybe your radio did something interesting. These beings, in my experience, are very, very respectful of your boundaries. So you may have to ask something specific. So this depends on what you're willing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for one of the ways that I know that I'm there. I can already feel it. The energy is very powerful, so I already know that somebody is here with me. There's no two ways about that. But here's something that might work for you. So you can ask, can you please let me feel your energy? Now that might be in your heart. You might feel some, if you're not already feeling it, like some warmth or some energy or maybe some pressure on your heart. Go ahead and ask for them to turn up the volume so that you can feel it. So I would verbally say, can I feel your energy so that I know that you're here? Okay, so I felt a response. So I know that there is a being here. So now we have to, well, we don't have to. We can now increase the interdimensional connection, because what's happening right now is that there's a physical being, very likely. They might be there astrally. There's all kinds of ways they can connect with you, but there's a good chance that there is a being physically in your home. You're not going to see them. Maybe you do. I mean, if you do, great. Take a selfie. I'm happy for you if that happens. But more than likely, you won't physically see them. And the reason for that is because they're shifted out of our frequency into a higher dimensional energy. So we're going to increase that. We're going to now see if we can shift ourselves up closer to their frequency. We've created the portal, we've invited them in, which is necessary. Now we're going to see if we can increase that. And the way that we do that is we see if we can communicate telepathically. So we'll go ahead and start with that, and you can ask them a very simple question. Like you can ask them if they have a name. What is their name? So go ahead and close your eyes. It helps if you close your eyes. And you can ask, would you like to tell me your name? Okay, so what just happened with me is I got a name, and the name was Anaita or Anahita, and then I believe it could be a female. She began then just very effusively saying all kinds of wonderful things, we really love you. Thank you so much. We love what you're doing. We think this is amazing. So you have to allow them to let them communicate to you. Depending on what kind of being you have, they're all different. They all have different personalities. Some of them talk a lot. They talk very fast. Some of them are just about energy. So they're all very different. So go ahead and allow yourself to experience that. And now you can say things like, do you have any message that you would like to communicate to me? Okay, so Anahita is very verbose, and she doesn't have any specific message for me. She just wants me to know how happy she is to be here, and I'm seeing visions in my mind of a being grabbing me by the hand and holding my hand and telling me how happy she is to meet me. She has been wanting to communicate with me. So this, for me, there isn't anything happening beyond just a friendly interaction between two souls. And so you might get something very different. So now I'll go ahead and I'll stop talking for a little bit and spend some time just communicating in whatever way you want, and allow whatever to have happen. If you want more proof, you can ask for it. You can't expect anything. They're not circus performers. But you can ask for it, and you've got to be open to see where that goes. Okay, so spend some time getting to know them, asking questions, seeing if they want to talk to you, if they have messages for you, and go ahead and just do that. Okay, bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Feel free to put into the chat here whatever is happening to you, whatever kind of experience you're having. If you're not having an experience, if you're frustrated, go ahead and type that in. This isn't a cult. You're not supposed to. You don't have to pretend something is happening if you're not experiencing anything. It's very important that you do allow yourself to be honest. But at the same time, stay open. Stay open to something that you haven't expected or anything like that. If you have a radio, very good chance by now something has happened or something will happen. All right, so let's see what else. I'm going to ask Anahita here what she suggests that we do right now. Okay, so I'm being invited to astrally travel to her planet. So let's see what that does for us. I'd be interested to know what is going on between you and your visitor if you have one. So give me a second here to connect with her, and then I will guide us through that. All right, so what I'm seeing in front of me, I'm being invited to go into a vessel, a structure that I've never even seen before. It looks like if you were to take like the base of a flower, it looks like that. It looks almost, I don't even know how to describe it. And interestingly, it's pink. And so I'm being invited to go inside that. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I've made it inside of her craft. And all right, I'm ready. Let's go. Where to next? All right, so now I'm imagining that this beautiful craft is coming up through Earth's atmosphere, and we are now breaking through Earth's atmosphere, and I'm seeing above us, it looks like there's a star, but I suspect it's a portal. And we are now going up in this craft up through this portal. I'm now in like a wormhole, and moving very fast through this wormhole, which is now emptying out into a completely different part of space. I don't know how far we've traveled, but it's been obviously very far. That I'm being told that space was folded, and I'm seeing below me a very bright star. So that is a star. It's like a planet. It's a heavenly body of some sort, and we are moving down towards that. Okay, so it's like this really bright, glowing planet. Have I got that right? I'm being told it's like a crystalline nature, and the glowing that I'm seeing is from the energy coming from within. So the consciousness, the energy of this planet is a being. Okay, let's see what else. So we are going down, we're landing on the surface of that planet, and as we get out, I'm seeing very tall, very thin beings of light. These are actually beings of light. They're made of light, so they don't have a dense physical body. They're very tall, long limbs, and their energy is very beautiful and very powerful. And they are leading me into, again, kind of I don't know what to call it, like a palladium of some sort, where there's just a recession and a bunch of seats, and there's light coming from the center of it. And so we're being invited to sit in the seats, take a look at the stage, if you will. And we're going to be shown a presentation. It's like a holographic presentation. And I'm told that this is going to be important for us to learn going forward. We're going to be educated into some of the mechanics behind the frequency shift that we call the 5D shift. So they just called it a frequency shift. So let me see. We want you to understand this is something very important for your species at this time. And what is going to occur on your planet has never occurred on any planet anywhere. And we want you to tell people about it. So we want to explain it to you. And so I'm seeing like some light in the center of this. I'm calling it a stage. It's not really a stage, but there's some light coalescing there. I get the feeling that it's going to, I'm being told that we need to pay attention to it, that it is our attention and concentration that will help to crystallize into a form we can see, whatever it is we're going to see. So we're being asked to focus on the frequency shift of planet Earth. We're being asked to bring our emotions and energy into it. So to be thinking about the happiness that you can imagine in the perfect world you want to live in. So spend some time imagining your perfect higher dimensional Earth. And now I'm being asked to imagine that we have a power that we can express in this new frequency, which will help the lower frequencies on Earth to shift up, like we're creating a ladder. That the thought process is to imagine awakening higher consciousness everywhere, and specifically, what is your power? Imagine using that power. So my power, I imagine I'm sitting on my throne and I turn into a ball of light, and I simply project that light into infinity. And that creates a protective aura around whatever world I'm in, and it creates an aura that all beings can express and experience their highest spiritual destiny, their greatest happiness, their greatest freedom and joy. So that's what I'm imagining. Okay, so let me ask, I want to know, what is the purpose of what we're doing right now? Okay, so I'm being told that this planet has the ability to magnify intentions. So I'm being reminded that it's a crystalline planet. I'm also being reminded that I'm originally from here, and this planet, this crystal, acts like a generator which magnifies and increases positive intentions. So our job here in this meditation is to understand that we are here to increase the positive frequency shift on Earth right now. So we're here doing work to create the shift on Earth by using this accelerator, this magnifier. All right, so go ahead and spend some time creating and imagining whatever it is that brings you the greatest joy in your idea of 5D. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, first before we do that, what I'd like to do is to have you ask one of these beings to communicate to you some information on something that's very important about your role. A power that you have, a gift that you have that is necessary for the Earth to be able to shift frequencies. So go ahead and ask one of these beings to show you or explain to you what your role, your power, your gift is. Okay, so what they've told me is that my gift is to be able to see the future and to bring it into reality. And that what we're doing right now is we are helping other people to learn how to do that. Okay, so now we've created a big, beautiful ball of light, multicolored ball of light that what I've called the stage was actually like a holographic projector. And now that light, that energy is floating there. We are going to surround this ball with our astral bodies, like we're holding hands, connecting to each other, and now this ball of energy we now are sort of holding it. So imagine that we're surrounding it, our energies are connected, like we're holding hands, but it's really our energies connecting. And we are now holding this enormous, beautiful ball of light, which has the intentions of the new earth. Okay, so now we're going to go back through the portal, the space-time portal that we came through, but we're going to keep this ball of energy with us. So we go into the portal, we fly through the wormhole, and we end up back outside of planet Earth. So we're holding this big ball of light that is now the size of Earth, and we are going to place this on top of the Earth that is there. So imagine that we do that. And so now imagine that the physical 3D Earth is there in front of us, and there is this beautiful like aura of light that is around the Earth. All right, and so what's going to happen is we are now going to stand back and we are going to imagine that this energy is going to now like be overlaid on top of planet Earth, and it will rewrite the third dimensional codes. So a way to imagine it is that these are light codes that are going to now merge with the earth and overwrite the existing code that is there. So go ahead and imagine that. You are making this move with your intention, with your third eye, if you will. And now we're going to chant Huar one time. Inhale and chant with me. Okay, let's keep chanting. Okay, bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And now what I'd like for you to do is to imagine that you are coming back down into earth, and you are going to bring once again the light beings that are with you, the extraterrestrials that are with you. You are going to bring them with you. Your frequency is now at a higher vibration, and they can sort of tag along with you. So imagine yourself coming back down into Earth's atmosphere. Once again, locate where your home is, see the state you live in, the city that you live in. Go back down, find your neighborhood, find your home. Now imagine you're going down through the roof and you're bringing with you all of this light, all of this higher frequency as you gently come back into your physical body. You're now bringing this higher frequency back into your home. And I'm feeling a strong energy as I do that. So go ahead and open your eyes. We're still in the meditation. Our eyes are open. And once again, ask the being that is with you to manifest in some way, whether that is an energy in your body or whether it's one of your radios or whatever going off. So go ahead and ask them, can I please see or feel your presence with me? Okay, so the feeling I'm getting is that what the beings want to do, the light beings want to do, is they want to continue to work with us at imagining, creating this new reality. Okay, so I just felt some energy, so that's what they want to do. So let us once again imagine where we are, and imagine that you are surrounded by energy that has crystallized into the form of your furniture, your home. And what I'd like for you to do is to focus on all of the atoms and the molecules making up all of these things. So see them all as what they are, which is they are actually just pure energy. That there's no actual physical structure, that it's just energy being manifested. And imagine that going out beyond your house to the surrounding area, all of the houses, all of the trees, all of the whatever's around you. And now what we're going to do is we're going to imagine shifting that into the ideal home or city that you would like to live in. So allow that, as you're imagining it, allow that to sort of dissipate and turn into something beautiful. I'm being told that underneath this reality, that there is another crystalline reality, like a crystal city that is in the exact same place that our city is, our earth, but in the exact same place there is a beautiful crystalline higher frequency city. And that if we continue to keep focusing on that, we can manifest that into our reality. So, do me a favor, ask your light being friend to show you more, or to give you a word of advice or some kind of message. Go ahead and do this now. Okay, I'm being told that now's a good time to do the shifting meditation that I was taught. So, continuing to focus on everything being simply energy. Become aware that you have two minds. You have a right mind and a left mind. And this is manifest by, there's a ball of light which is hovering outside of your head on the right side. That is your right mind. And then on the left side there is a ball as well, and that is your left mind. So we are going to now create a portal which will allow us to shift us and everything around us up. So imagine those balls of light begin to rotate counterclockwise around your head. So imagine yourself sitting or lying or wherever you are, and you're rotating these balls of light counterclockwise around your head. They start going faster and faster. This creates what looks like a a pointed hat of light over your head, and continue to rotate these balls faster and faster. Bring them closer and closer to you. The closer they get, the faster they spin. Now, as this is spinning like this, imagine your 5D world around you. Imagine it around you. Imagine the people. Imagine the beings. Imagine the earth. Come back and keep rotating the balls faster and faster. They get closer and closer to your head. Energy is coming up and out the top of your head. This is creating a portal to a higher frequency. Ride that energy that's coming out of your head. Become one with that energy. Go through that portal. Continue to rotate the balls. They're now going faster and faster, faster than you can even see. The energy is moving up and out the top of your head. And really see the world that you want to live in. Really imagine it. Imagine the people and the beings that are there with you. You are consciously making the effort to go to a higher frequency. You are consciously making the effort to meet the fifth dimension halfway. Allow their energy to pull you up the rest of the way. Imagine yourself now completely breaking through and physically arriving in this higher frequency. Imagine that you have accomplished this. And now the balls of light begin to slow down, and the portal has now dissipated, and you are in a higher frequency world. And now imagine your light being friends standing in front of you, and ask them to communicate any message that they would like to communicate. All right, please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. So I'm being told that what we've just done, they're saying, is one way of many different ways. This we could call an advanced form of CE5. And it's helpful if you can imagine this as an exercise to consciously shift this reality. That we are the beings that will make this shift. And that the act of CE5 in its highest form is actually an exercise, a practical exercise that creates the higher frequency. And there will come a point when we will do these meditations and we will literally disappear out of other people's vision. So if somebody's in a lower frequency, it will look as if you've disappeared. And that they're going to help us with this, if this is something that you want. Okay, so you can go ahead and open your eyes. So these meditations don't end anymore. So as you've noticed, I'm not ending them. Now, it was not my intention to do an interdimensional meditation, which is kind of what this turned into. Because every time that I went back to just trying to have a normal CE5 experience, they were saying, we want to do more than that. That's just the beginning. It's just the entry path. We want to go further than that. So the idea is to stay in the higher frequency, and that each time we do this, we do it with the intention of bringing us to a higher and higher frequency, with the intention of permanently changing this world. Whether that means it's just our perception of it, or if it's an actual physical shift. And that every time we do that, the frequency shifts up. And if we're able to get more and more people doing this, this will happen much more quickly. Okay, let's see, what else would you like to say? So they're asking, are you trying to bring us to you, or are you trying to bring yourself to where we are? Why is that important? Because we want to bring you to where we are. So this has been an illusion the whole time. CE5, we think we are calling ETs to our world. But actually what happens every time that it's successful, it's that we're reaching up to their frequency. So they want to bring us up to their frequency. So they're saying that one of the reasons that this kind of interaction can be so challenging. Listen, I know because I've gone through it and I hear it from other people. Everybody loves doing this, but if you do it enough times, after a while, if you're not really committed to shifting, you'll possibly back off because it's too much. It's just too intense. Your world starts coming apart. So we have to understand that this is a revolution, that we are making the decision to destroy the third dimension and create a higher dimension. And so we will bump into our attachment to this reality. We will bump into it. And so it's like, I would liken it to going to the gym. You want to go and you want to get big muscles, you have to go and do the work, break your muscle tissue down, it builds up stronger the next time. You know that. Every time you go to the gym, you know you're going to push yourself and go through that process. So I'm getting the feeling that if we have that mindset, we will be more successful, that I'm being told this is a more proactive mindset. So the first phase is for people to think that they're passively having an experience. They see ships in the sky or whatever it is. But that's an illusion. That then you graduate to the understanding that you are reaching up and shifting and making the decision to shift. So this is why it is necessary for us to make the conscious decision to go against the narrative. So that means doing some very difficult things. This means going against, so you can't on the one hand want to be a Wall Street mogul and at the same time shift to 5D. You can't do both. You have to pick one. So that means if we want to reach up and go to where they are in their frequency, we have to make the decision to stop giving importance to things like jobs and money and reputation and fame and all of those normal 3D things. We have to consciously make the decision to go against that. And the way that we do that, I'm being told, is by taking action towards, we still create. So replace the idea of jobs and success and money. Replace that idea with creating. You are bringing your soul into 5D to create something. Your thing, whatever that is. You know, an artist, a teacher, I don't care. I don't care what it is that you create, but it's always for the benefit of other people, as well as for your own fulfillment and happiness. And let's be honest, how many jobs in the third dimension are focused on anything other than the people who own the company making money off of your hard work and other people's patronage? Some people do, some people create, but most don't. So we have to be creating, actively creating. And it is that creation that will bring this new shift. And it will literally be another world. But I don't know, this is just me talking, I don't know that we'll know the difference. We'll go from one day to the next, not realizing that we're shifting and creating a new world. And we've already started doing that. Okay, so we're on the right track. I can feel them happy with that understanding, nodding their heads. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to end this meditation. We're going to keep doing this. Anyway, so this was an experiment. It was interesting. We'll just keep doing this however we need to do it. So I don't have anything else that I need to say here. Let me make sure that the light beings are done. Is there anything else that you'd like to say? We just want you to know that your powers are immense. Your souls are pulsating. You're going through a transformation. You are, and I'm seeing cells dividing. So they're seeing us like that. That we are going through a transformation, a shift. We are so unbelievably happy with this. What we've just witnessed has made us very happy. And it's very important that you continue to listen to this message that Michael is giving and continue to do the work together. And that we are working together with you. to remember that you volunteered for this mission. You volunteered to come here to do this exact work. And when you do that, and you light up, we see you light up like somebody's turned on a generator. You light up. You don't see that yet, but we see it. Please keep doing this work. We need you to do it. We appreciate you. We love you. We are with you. Okay, so I guess that's them saying thank you or whatever. I guess we're done. We're not done. I mean, it's not, the meditation's not going to end. I'm going to turn off this, this transmission or whatever, but the meditation's not going to end. So take it into when you go to sleep. Think about it when you sleep. When you wake up in the morning, try to think about it. Bring yourself back to it. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself back, hopefully, into focusing on that. Focus on the joy, focus on the happiness, focus on your personal prosperity, your happiness. Everything's going to start shifting starting now. I mean, in a big way. All right, that's it. I'm all done with everything. Okay, so let's see here. Warrior Widow says, hi dude. Lightning Bug, what's up? Warrior Widow agrees with what I said. Lushka, this is wild, just typing. This is breaking the connection, but I'm being given a gray humanoid wisdom being in my vision and heart, letting me know of my importance and how the fear is the way forward. Okay, I get what you mean by that. To face your fear. His name is a gray humanoid, very meditative, very powerful and introspective being, showing me that we are literally God. He is showing me an incredible outlook on what's really going on from the highest point of the multiverse, and how when you look down you see the spiritual firmware of this life, mandalas beyond beauty, rotating and expanding all on top of each other in golden colors and light that is beyond description. The order of this is all really breathtaking. Okay, Sonico says thank you. All right, very good. That all sounds really trippy, man. All right, I'll see you guys all next time. You know where to go. You want to keep the channel here, then allow me the opportunity to serve you and to help you. Channel.thunderwizard.com. Thunderwizard.com, if the energy is intense, you need to build up your body's ability to handle it. That's what thunderwizard.com is about. Books are at michaeldenny.org. All done. I love you guys. Please take very good care of yourselves. And I will see you next time.